Hello, hello, everyone. Today I got Taco Bell and my total, well, let me tell you what I got first. I have never ever tried the Crunchwrap Supreme, and I have also never tried the Cinnabon Delights. So I got a Crunchwrap Supreme with beef, and they don't have the French fries anymore. So I got the cheesy Fiesta Potatoes, and I got a 2-pack of the Cinnabon Delights. Now, this was not on happy hour because it is a little after 2 p.m. I try to always go for the happy hour places, but I was really in the mood for Taco Bell, so got Taco Bell. So anyway, my total was, including the tip, $20.05. All right, it's getting serious when the sleeves go up. I'm hungry. I am hungry. Got a fork, thank you. I got some mild sauce. Oh, that's nice. They put a little paper in there about your service. Got a bunch of mild sauces. We got Crunchwrap Supreme. We got the 2 Cinnabon Delights, and we got 8 potatoes. I can't believe they don't have the fries. But that's okay. I mean, I used to always get the cheesy potato fries even I used to always get the seasoned potatoes anyway, before they had the French fries. All right, y'all. And let's do this. And I guess we'll just do this. And we'll do this for the picture. It's a little cloudy today. Let's see if I can give you all a thumbnail. Cinnabon Delights. I don't know. I always get it uneven. I don't know why. I feel like this way is even, but on the camera it looks uneven. So maybe my floor is uneven. All right. Which could definitely be the case. I have never tried the Cinnabon Delights. And this is pure leaf raspberry tea. All right. Actually, I guess I can just use this so it doesn't go to waste. And we're going to actually do this. All right, dig in. I'll tell you one thing. The last time that I've had these potatoes, they were in a big container. So the containers have definitely gotten smaller. They're good though. They're good. Yep. They are good. I think I'm going to just try to bite into this first. Crunchwrap Supreme. Mm-mm-mm. Tasty. I honestly wasn't sure, like, if this was just going to be enough. And I almost added something else, but I'm like, they look pretty big. It's good. Very good. I'm not sure if I could eat two of them, but maybe one of these cheesy gordita crunch. But then I would be stuffed, and I have a paper due tonight for my psychology. Let me tell you, my professor for my psychology class is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, she honestly cares more about APA than teaching psychology, and that's no lie. And I wish I scheduled my classes later, so it's my own fault. But there was one other professor, but that professor was full. And I think I only scheduled, might have been the day after open registration. Like, if you're a current student, you get first, you get to choose first. And I'm pretty sure I didn't do it on that very first day, but I did it the second day. And that other professor, both classes filled. She's ridiculous. It's you should see the stuff that I write. And we have to do references and insight citations for our discussion posts and also our papers that we write. And I've been doing that. And then she'll say she wants two paragraphs, right? Like, typically each discussion post and each paper has different sections, like prompt 1, prompt 2, and then so each prompt she'll typically want 1 paragraph or 2 paragraphs, sometimes 3 paragraphs. So she has different prompts. So, like, for the discussion post, she'll say, if you're writing and you're at 3 paragraphs, you're writing too much, right? So I'm like, okay, so I brought it down, but then when she graded it, like, I got a 67.5 out of, I think, a perfect discussion post. I wish I could show y'all. And like, you say one thing if we have 3 paragraphs, then it's too much, so bring it down. So I try to bring it down so it's not too much. And then we're not allowed to use any .com as references. We are allowed to use like YouTube, as long as we cite it correctly and it's like an actual company. So yeah, we can use YouTube, but we can't use any .com. We can't use any .net. On my paper, I used one .com because it was like a parent website that had it was like it had an actual author. Um, she said she couldn't give me credit. She couldn't give me credit for anything I wrote about the .com. I should have, well in advance, I should have went on ratemyprofessor.com and looked her up first, because then I would have definitely made sure that I got the other professor on the first day. So it's my own fault, but I actually did. Last week I went on to Rate My Professor, and everyone says the same things. Like, she is horrible. I don't even see how anyone is going to pass that class. I'm going to be super mad. Like, I know how to write papers. And I get like A's on all my papers, even for other classes. Like, I know how to write papers. I'm good at writing. I always have been. So I have a paper that's due tonight. You know what I'm going to do? After pretty much every sentence, I'm putting a insight citation. Pretty much after, like literally. Like, I'm trying to graduate in May. This professor is going to cause me my graduation. Crazy. I mean, right now I do have an A in her class, but she drops the lowest grade. So now we're at a point where she drops the lowest grade of your discussion post. She drops the lowest grade of your quizzes. Like, just one. She drops the lowest grade of your papers. So now we're at a point where all of mine are already dropped the lowest. So from here on out, it's still going to be whichever is the lowest, but I mean, I get 100% on all the quizzes. So that's helping me some. But she's ridiculous. I feel like for those of you that were ever in college and you've had a professor like this, I feel like the ones that are like this are taking out their experience on us. You know? Might as well just eat these all right now. But yeah, all she's focused on is APA citations to a T. If you get one dot wrong, she took points off because on my paper, she took points off because on my reference page, I didn't have hanging indentations on my references, and because I put colons beside the reference word. Like, I've been doing that my whole college. No one ever told me that it was incorrect. So yeah. But other than that, other than that, that's about all that's been going on. I did my volunteering I started last week. Oh my goodness, I love my resident. It was not awkward at all. She was talkative. It was nice. So I go back tomorrow. And it's really cool because every Friday they have happy hour for the residents. A little messy. So last week, I spent time with the resident first and was talking with her, and then went down to happy hour downstairs. And it's so cool. This place is highly rated. And I can see why. The residents have so much fun at happy hour. So I helped get all the snacks ready, the drinks. I tell you, the woman who is in charge of doing like activities and events, she is really good. Like, that job was made for her. Like, if I was to work in a retirement center or senior living, I don't think I would enjoy a nursing home, but like retirement centers would be fun, or like senior living places. But that's what I would enjoy doing. Like helping with activities. Because they get so happy. It's really cool. Like, they have people that, like DJs that come and play music. Or they'll, like, I think coming up they're having like They have like cooking contests. So like the residents team up and make a recipe, and then it gets people vote on which is the best recipe. Or like as the weather gets warm, they do things outside. And last year she said that they teamed residents together, and the residents they made like a box car out of boxes, and then they did like a little race. So then people voted on like which car was the best, and then who won the race. So yeah, I really enjoy it, so I'm excited to go back tomorrow. All right, let's try the Cinnabon Delights, even though they're probably not warm anymore, but that's okay. Mmm. Mmm. These are not, I could do some damage with these. Mmm. It's like a donut with cinnamon sugar on top and then cream in the middle. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, if I would have got the 12-pack, I'd probably eat them all in one sitting. Very good. Woo. Well, that was delicious. Actually, that was just enough. But if I would have got a 12-pack of those Cinnabon Delights, probably eat them all. Very good. That was the first time I've ever had those. They are delicious. I was just in the mood for Taco Bell today, and that satisfied my craving. So yeah, it's starting to slowly get it is getting a little nice here, like a little bit warmer. Spring is coming. Thank goodness. But yeah, that's about all that's been going on with me the past week. Working, go to volunteering tomorrow. I have my paper that I need to get finished by tonight for psychology. My other two classes I have A's in. I mean, psychology I have an A, but like now, like I mentioned earlier, everything I turn in, whatever grade is the lowest, is the one that's going to be dropped. But just for an example, that discussion post, I got a 67 when I thought it was pretty darn good. So like my next discussion post, what if I get a 55 out of 100, and then that 67 is going to come back into play? Pretty sure that's how it works. Oh no. But yeah, my paper that I submit tonight, watch, pretty much every sentence I'm going to put a citation. But I guess I better look for, I was starting it throughout the week, but I just have to put it together. But I guess now I need to look for some journals. I don't like doing that. Those of you that are in college, you know how you have to like search a college website and the library and go into journals? I don't like research journals and stuff like that, but that's what she likes. That's what the professor likes. Like, I find them very boring. Like the research ones, I don't, it's kind of just like I don't like accounting either. Like, I could never do accounting, where two of my sisters are really good at that, and that's what they do. And they do, I mean, like went to college for and things like that, but I could never do accounting stuff, like year end stuff, balancing stuff. No, I don't even balance my own checkbook. I know how much money I got in there. I know what I spend, where I spend it, and I know how much I have left, and that's all I need to know. I've always been that way, and I've been fine. I mean, I used to balance my checkbook way back in the day, probably when I just graduated high school and you first move out. But yeah, that it didn't last very long. Like, I know what I have, I know what I spend, I know what I have left, I know what I have to spend, I know what I have to, if I have a bill coming up, okay, I need to make sure I don't spend that because that's for this bill. But yeah, there's a bunch of birds out on the deck today. This is my chino sweater. It's so soft, it's so comfy. I like it. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. So, hi Samara. What? What you doing, you pretty girl? What you doing, you pretty girl? They can't see you. You gonna come up here? They can't see you. Oh my goodness. So the other day I got what? What? I got one of the I have like 8 containers of the homemade food in the freezer. So I was like, well, I don't want it to go to waste. So I got one and put it in the fridge. And I'm like, well, I'll just give it to Sebastian. So I did that on Monday. And I would stand right here to make sure she wouldn't go over to his food. And then I washed their bowls afterwards. Well, Tuesday morning when I woke up, her eyes were all red. And I'm like either a piece of chicken fell on the floor because she's allergic to chicken now and I didn't see it, or like I wonder if, because Sebastian and her lick each other all the time, so I'm thinking, I'm like, so if Sebastian ate chicken and then licked her, which is what they do, he'll lick her face and all of that, give her a bath, like, will that irritate her chicken allergy? And it must, unless, like I said, unless a little piece of chicken fell on the ground that I didn't see, but I like stood there and I washed the bowls afterwards. I mean, so I'm like, okay, so I just went back to giving them all the lamb, and the very next day she was fine. The day after her eyes were red, she was fine. Like, my goodness. What is that, Samara? What? Do you hear her chirping? What is that? Get it. Is that the bird? Get the bird. Get the bird. Get the bird. Do you hear her chirping? Get the bird. Is that the bird? What's the bird out there? Hmm? She's so pretty. Can you see her? Samara, where's the bird? Samara. She's silly. All right, so I guess I will go. But yeah, that was delicious. Everything was correct. Everything was in my bag. It was warm. Dasher was great, so he's going to get 5 stars. Taco Bell's going to get 5 stars on the DoorDash app. But rating it, I give it a 10 out of 10 because it was good. I would definitely get that again. And those Cinnabon Delights are delicious. Be careful with those because I could see them being addicting for sure. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. I am going to go clean up the mess, wash my hands, and then go upstairs and work on my paper. I hope you all have a great day. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Bye, everyone. Oh, there's some more. Bye, everyone.